these gluten-free enchilada kits from Old El Paso, making some flatbreads. That's surgery day. So good morning, everyone. So I'm in the car today with Mark. He's here, but he's not on camera. I'm just on camera. So we're in the car park at Aldi because we need to do a shop for the week. And yeah, Aldi has been somewhere that we've been coming quite a lot. Basically,
it's new.
It's a new shop, and it's really, really good. So I've actually been doing some series on Instagram where I spend £25 in Aldi or less. They've all actually been reasonable amount less. And with that, we make 5 meals for the week. So 5 dinners, serve 4 people, a whole variety of different things. So we make sure there's a bit of rice in there, a bit of potato, a bit of pasta. But as I said, pasta, you can't get gluten-free in Aldi. So when I say £25, excuse me, I make sure that it's a bit less so that I have room in the budget to buy like additional things. So that's just tends to be stuff like gluten-free pasta, which isn't that expensive anyway, and I wish Aldi did just for convenience, but it doesn't add too much onto the budget. But yeah, these videos have been going down really, really well on Instagram, so definitely go and check them out, because whilst I've been posting, you might have seen like the little shorts on YouTube, I haven't got space to put the full recipe, whereas if you go onto Instagram, you'll find the full recipe written down, plus me showing you how to make it. Just is quite easy, and I hope it gives people lots of different inspiration, because we spend a lot of time over the last few years and stuff, basically my entire life, I end up just eating the same dinners again and again and again, and whilst I like them, after a while it gets a bit tedious. It's like, oh no, not shepherd's pie again. That's the sort of thing I used to say as a kid. But now we're doing this kind of for ourselves and for you guys, like just making up different things, and some of them are things that we've eaten for years and never really shared because they just seemed a bit boring, but actually people seem to like them. And then other things are just things that are brand new to us, brand new to you, and yeah. So we're gonna go into Aldi now. I'll take you along with us, and hopefully there's some good old bargains in there. Big old lettuce head.
This is like competition. Can you beat mine?
What about we go for a different size?
That's not a potato, that's a rock.
So a weapon.
But they're all 57p. So you have to find the biggest one. I think I win.
So I just thought I'd show you some things that are gluten-free in Aldi that you might not realise. So obviously Milky Ways are not gluten-free usually, like the actual chocolate bar. But if you look here, you can see that there's no gluten, no may contains. So you could use this, well, I guess you could have it on toast. Not for me really, but you can also...
I haven't had anything like that in about 10 years.
Yeah, but you could actually use this in cupcakes. That's the sort of thing I do. Also, even better, I think, Mars. Obviously we can't have Mars bars, but there you go. You can see that that's gluten-free. So you can put this in cupcakes, cookies, I don't know, just whatever, but I've tried it, it's good. I think I also showed this in a previous video, but you can get these gluten-free enchilada kits from Old El Paso here, which is good. And here, you can get the gluten-free Devil's Food Cake Mix. And one that I haven't really seen that often is the chocolate fudge brownie mix, which is gluten-free. I think these are all £2.49, so not super cheap, and obviously I would say my recipes are better, but sometimes we need a bit of convenience, and the fact that they have these just kind of makes me feel a little bit more normal that there's actually cake mixes that we can eat. Another thing that people don't always realise are these. They're like Smarties, which Smarties are not gluten-free, but you can buy these for 99p. And they are. There you go. Awesome. And they do just the plain ones. They do these crispy ones, which you'd never think would be gluten-free, but they are, because the middles are like rice flour. And if you like peanut ones, they also do them. So, very nice. A few people have messaged me recently saying that they have picked this up because I've had it in my videos and it's not gluten-free. Well, I'm just showing you that in my Aldi, it definitely is gluten-free, as is the whole grain. There you go. And this is just like a warning really, that all Aldi seem to have different suppliers for things, and you can have the same exact product that looks the same, but it can have different ingredients, so always check. It's the same for like the Pringles in here. I'll try and show you if I can. So here is another really good example. Pringles in Aldi, loads of people tell me that they now contain wheat. In my one, they used to, and now they don't. so we can eat these. They have a may contain milk, but no gluten in the ingredients, no wheat, and also no may contain. So check everywhere, because they might change. You might find that they're gluten-free sometimes and not others. There you go. So we've left Aldi, we're on our way home. Our shop came to just over £22, I think it was £22.45, so really, really happy with that. And we pretty much got everything that we needed. They had loads and loads of stuff in there today, as you would have seen. I'm sorry I didn't film that much, but it was surprisingly busy for just the morning. So yeah, we got, as I said, we got everything pretty much. The only thing that we couldn't get, which is very random because we always get them here, is chickpeas. Chickpeas, they had a little sign saying sold out, which was kind of like, at first I was like, oh, that's annoying, but what we bought instead was some cannellini beans, so we're going to use them for the recipe that I was going to use the chickpeas for. So that's fine, that doesn't matter really. It's good to kind of experiment and, you know, not just be like, oh, couldn't find them, better go somewhere else and buy them for more money. I'm just going to try and roll with it and see what we can do. So you'll find out about that at some point in the future when this whole sort of video series goes live. The other thing I needed to mention is that obviously with the shop being £22.45, basically we always leave a little chunk underneath the £25 budget so that we can use like some stuff that we can't get in Aldi. This is especially important because just being gluten-free, so you can't get, for instance, pasta. So I leave a little chunk of the budget for stuff like that so that it still remains under £25. So in this week's shop, the sort of store cupboard essentials from home that I'll need that will be part of that additional sort of £2.55 spare will be some gluten-free pasta. I'll need a bit of gluten-free flour because I'm going to make some homemade flatbreads, because I realised that making your own gluten-free flatbreads is so much cheaper than buying them. So that just seemed like a good thing, and plus I prefer them. They're nice, they're fresh, that you can have them like fresh from the oven, warm. So yeah, gonna do that. Then I'll probably need a few bits of spices, but when you use like a teaspoon of spice, it literally is about the cost of about 1 or 2 pence, so that's always good. But I did buy some spices today because Aldi do them, and when we run out, that becomes part of what we need to buy, because then we need to refresh the store cupboard. And then obviously I don't buy salt and pepper, and although I did buy some peppercorns today, and then stuff like oil. That's the sort of stuff that is like my store cupboard essentials that I don't need to buy every time. So the rest of the budget, the £2.55 spare, that will go towards that, and I think we'll probably still have some left over. So it's going to be a really good week of delicious meals, and yeah, I'm looking forward to showing you everything that we bought. When we get home, I'll put it all out on the table before I pack it away, and packing away is not my favourite thing, but showing you what we bought is my favourite thing. Right, so we're home from the supermarket. I have just laid everything out on the table before I pack it away, and I thought I would go through with you what I've bought and kind of what I've decided that I'm going to use it for ish. It's always an ish because things change, and you know, I'll probably use parts of things for different things. Like the mayonnaise is going into a dish, but it's not going to be all the mayonnaise. The rest of it will be used when I have my lunch and stuff like that. So let's begin. Right, so I'll start up here. I've got some chicken thighs. These have got the skin on and the bones in. These are really good value, and when you're using them in a way that I'm going to use them, like in the slow cooker, this is it's just a super affordable thing. It's so much cheaper than buying chicken thighs that have got no bone and no skin on them. But you get so much flavour from the bone and the skin. So I'm going to be making something in the slow cooker with these. And I'm thinking like a peppercorn, sort of creamy peppercorn slow cooker chicken. So with that, I bought some peppercorns, bought some cream cheese, because I find that that's a nice thing. Instead of using cream and a bit of cheese, just use cream cheese. So that's what I've got for that. Gonna put some leeks in there, just some leek greens, because obviously I don't really eat this bottom part. But I might plant this and hope that the leeks grow up a bit like spring onions. Then here I have got my favourite, my pack of wonky peppers, which I always buy. And I'm going to put them in a dish with, so this rice is such good value. It's 45p for a kilogram, I think. So I'm going to make like a tomatoey, mozzarella cheesy bacon. So, I mean, tomato, cheese and bacon, such a great combo. I'm going to make like a 1-pot rice dish with the rice, this, and the peppers in there as well. So that should be really nice, just really, really simple. I love a one pot thing. One pot rice is just my favourite. And obviously I'll put some tomato puree, needed to get some more because I've used all of mine up from the last time I did one of these. Then I have got, what have I got here? Let me have a look. Oh, I've got some eggs here. Got 12 free range eggs, and I'm gonna make like a veggie, sort of a vegetarian carbonara. So I've got some cheese here, just using some cheddar for that. Eggs, obviously the gluten-free pasta, and instead of like a sort of bacon or pancetta or something, I'm gonna put mushrooms in, and these mushrooms I'm going to use as well for something else, which I cannot remember. Oh, I'll put them in the chicken sort of peppercorn slow cooker. I'll put some mushrooms in there. So I've got a big old pack of wonky mushrooms. I mean, to be honest, you look in there, spot the wonky one. I don't see any. They all look just like mushrooms to me, so seems silly. And then for the carbonara as well, and for other dishes as well, just some rocket for on top. I eat rocket a lot, so rocket. Then over here you will see that I have got the cannellini beans. These were supposed to be chickpeas, couldn't find them, so I've got cannellini beans. I'm going to try and make some falafel with them and see if you can do it the same as with if you were using chickpeas. So I've got them. I bought some cumin for the falafel, some courgette. I'm going to have it with some sweet potato mash. Got some mayo, which I'm going to make sort of a nice mayo sort of sauce drizzly thing for the falafel. The yogurt is for making some flatbreads, sort of pita flatbreads. So much cheaper than buying gluten-free ones. Just need to use some gluten-free flour, which is quite cheap anyway, especially if you buy the Asda gluten-free flour. But yeah, got some sort of full-fat Greek yogurt. I prefer using full-fat, but you can use a lower-fat one. I find people seem to find that absolutely fine. Then here I have got myself some chicken drumsticks. I'm going to make like a KFC style chicken kind of thing, which is going to be delicious. And then I'll have it with some air fryer chips, which I bought this load of potato for. And these potatoes, there's loads in here, big bag. Going to make some mash for the slow cooker peppercorn chicken. So yeah, that will be for that. Oh, and the KFC, I've got some baked beans. Love some baked beans with KFC. And yeah, oh, and obviously with the falafel as well, I've got some lettuce to go in the with the flatbreads and stuff. This can be used for other things as well. Might make a salad for the KFC to go with that, and the cherry tomatoes for the falafel, sort of in them. Well, not in them, but on the flatbreads. You know, the whole structure of it all, and I'll have them with any salad that I have as well. So I think that's everything. I think. Yeah, so just you'll need to head over to Instagram and you'll be able to see all of these recipes over probably the next few days, week or so, being made. But I'm very excited to get started, but now I've got the fabulous task of putting this all away. Yay! Okay, so now the shopping's done, I have filled in my meal plan in the planning section of how to plan anything gluten-free. And I thought I'd show you what we're going to be having this week, just in case it gives you a bit of inspo. So yeah, I'll start with Monday. So breakfast, I'm going to be having some fresh pineapple. I'm absolutely obsessed with pineapple at the moment. I love it so much. Always have been, but at the moment especially for some reason. So pineapple with some homemade granola, which I've got a big batch, and some yogurt. Then for lunch, toasty, because it just feels a bit like toasty weather at the moment. It feels like it's not quite as warm as it should be for this time of year. I'm gonna have a nice cheesy toasty probably, or cheese and something in my toasty. And then for dinner, as you would have seen, I bought some mushrooms, and so I'm gonna make like a veggie carbonara, more like just a mushroom carbonara. There's not gonna be much other veg in there, but looking forward to that. And then I've got leftover rhubarb crumble, so I put that there because I'm just really excited to have it. So that's Monday and how I sort of lay out my meal plan. You can kind of see everything else, but I'll just go through the dinners, because you can read porridge, can't you, and my shake-up salad, which I think I've explained in a video before. So on Tuesday, we are gonna have it's like a cheesy rice one pot kind of thing. It's so good. It's probably my favourite dinner at the moment. I'm really obsessed with it. So much so that you can see on Wednesday I've put leftovers, because then we can have leftovers of that for lunch, which will be nice. on Wednesday, because it's the day pre me going into hospital, I thought we'd have something nice and simple that I can put on earlier in the day, and it's just ready. So we're going to have like a peppercorn chicken slow cooker thing, which will be nice, really, really yummy, probably with some mash. We sometimes have it with rice, but I think I fancy mashed potato at the moment, although we will see when the day comes what we can be bothered, what we fancy. So there's that. And then Thursday, I've realised that's my day. That's surgery day. So I put all these dinners in, but I'm going to sort of scoot them down one because I'm going to be in hospital and I don't know if I'll be home or not in the evening. If I am home, it's unlikely that I'm probably going to want to eat that much, I'd imagine. I'll probably not be with it. So we'll scoot these down and just ignore Thursday at the moment and Friday morning, not sure. So instead of this being Thursday, this is Friday. I thought this is a nice easy meal, to be honest, for post-hospital, and something that Mark can hopefully rustle up quite easily. So some sort of homemade falafels with homemade flatbreads. That sounds more involved than it is because it's all like homemade, but it's really simple and it shouldn't take too long. So that would be a nice sort of healthy, easy Friday dinner. Then this will scoot to Saturday, which I'm very excited about now. Air fryer fried chicken, so we love the air fryer, and fried chicken in it. So easy. So we have that with some chips, some salads, maybe some beans, something like that. Just a really yummy sort of dinner. Pizza night, always usually have on a Saturday, but we can scoot that over to Sunday, and that'll be really, really good. And you'll see also that I haven't filled in obviously the Friday stuff, but I filled in Saturday sort of breakfast, lunch / brunch sort of things of eggs royale and pancakes, because they are things that I really, really love, and hopefully knowing that I could have these, it will just make me happy. I'll be excited because I can't really think past Thursday at the moment. It's quite a big thing, it's quite scary, but if I know, well, I guess it's not going to be that amazing, but if I know that come a few days afterwards I can be having pancakes and eggs royale, maybe that will just be a nice thing to look forward to, I guess. So yeah, if you haven't seen the front cover, this is How to Plan Anything Gluten-Free, and it's where I've been writing all the recipes down. So if you want to grab yourself a copy, I'll link in the description below where you can do that. But yeah, the next time that I put a video up after this one, I will have had my operation, which is crazy to think. I can't believe it. Yeah, mixed emotions, nervous, I don't know, but it has to be done. So yeah, and what I'm going to do is each day on Instagram I'm going to be putting up recipes of those meals that I said, all the dinner recipes. So go over to Instagram and you'll be able to gradually see that, hopefully throughout the week. Also, hopefully they'll be up on YouTube Shorts as well, but the full written recipes on Instagram, so that's the place you need to go. Anyway, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you very soon, I suppose. Yeah, bye.